the president of Turkey, blamed Israel in what is going in Egypt. He claims that Israel is the cause to the revolution, the throwing Morsi, the Islam, out of the reign. So what we see here is amazing. It is very short place that you have this table. You can see that in fact it appears in the book of Genesis, chapter 20, from the 11th verse till the 16th. It's only 5 verses, all this story what we have here. So what we have is the following, interesting. You have Arduan, you see Arduan coming here. Now clearly telling us that is Islamic, this is minimalist all Torah, the Islam, this is what it is. And the evil force of him come from the evil angel, who is the angel of the Amalekite, Samael, I mentioned it, Samael. And then we have Egypt, definitely this is what is for Egypt, wants the Islam to rule there. Now definitely it is a great enemy to Israel. We see clearly his hatred to Jews, to Israel. So you have the enemy. So as we said, the amazing table, you have the enemy to Israel, who is Arduan, who is Islamic, and definitely evil force of Amalekite, which always is against Israel, against the Jew. And Egypt places here clearly see what this is developing in Egypt. The interesting tablets we have today are the
A few months ago, Torah code expert Rabbi Glazerson showed us some interesting gematria that referred to the coming of the Messiah. A few months ago, Torah code expert Rabbi Glazerson showed us some interesting gematria that referred to the coming of the Messiah. People have been asking for a part 2, and this comes at a tense moment around the world.
We have gunshots! We have gunshots!
Hurry up, multiple shots fired. We need a Bearcat.
Interesting table in which we find really once in the Torah the sentence storm Ishmael, the end of Ishmael, and with this the end of Ishmael with the end of terror which come here, and then all of it have to do very interesting table about Arduan, who speaks a lot against Israel, again, terrible things which he said about them. Like Amalekite, is a piece of the Torah very significant. It comes here, Arduan. Here you have a Samael. Very interesting table about Arduan, who speaks a lot against Israel, again, terrible things which he said about them. Like Amalekite, is a piece of the Torah very significant. It comes here.
A few months ago, Torah code expert Rabbi Glazerson showed us some interesting gematria that referred to the coming of the Messiah. People have been asking for a part 2, and this comes at a tense moment around the world.
We have gunshots! We have gunshots!
Hurry up, multiple shots fired. We need a Bearcat. We need medical aid.
Table that you see now have in it Islamic war, and the most interesting table was the verse of the Torah says, "Irdebu etchem," that your enemies will chase you like the bees are doing, and will smite you. And this is exactly the suiciders, like the bee stings and dies. The same thing. This is what's happening with them. And you know quite well that the peace in the world depends on the peace of Jerusalem.
Recently, Glazerson returned to LA, and I was able to ask him about his latest
What you see here is the president of Turkey. What you see here